Hello, this is Brighton TV and this is the match preview for Brighton vs Everton. And vs Sheffield Wednesday, we were poor. Potter put out a really good lineup in my opinion, but we just didn't play well. Our midfield, they couldn't create the chances, they couldn't go and link defence to attack, and that's so needed in every single game because otherwise the strikers won't have the options to go and score, and because of that we couldn't do anything, which is why Sheffield Wednesday, they progressed and we ended up getting knocked out of the FA Cup. But now we're knocked out of both cup competitions. That puts full focus on the league. And that means players like Balogun, Scalotto, Bong, who could get chances in these cup competitions, they can't get them anymore because Potter knows that our full focus now is on the league and safety. So after we hit 40 points, then he will play them sorts of players. But right now, our full focus is staying up, and that's what we need to do, and that's what Potter wants us to do. So staying up is now the key thing of our season. And Everton in the FA Cup, they will be disappointed. They were playing against Liverpool, their rivals, and Liverpool, they played a really weak team, so many youngsters, and Everton, they played out a decent team, but Everton couldn't win. Everton lost 1-0, and they'll be disappointed with that because they would have thought that they could have got a massive chance to get a win over Liverpool, but they couldn't get it, so that's unlucky for them. They don't like that, so they'll want to replenish and get something from this game. And this will be a really key game in our season. Versus Everton last time, we thought, it's a massive game, we need to get the 3 points. And we did. We got a 90th minute winner, 3-2. What a game it was. And now we need to get something as well, because we're 4 points above the relegation zone. Everton are 4 points above the relegation zone. You want to increase the point gap, obviously, so then there's less chance of falling into the relegation zone. So that's what we'll want to do. We need to get something from this game, because this is a game where I think we can get something from. So we need to get something from it. And something that will be huge blow for us, that Aaron Moy is a doubt, which I don't think he can start. He might make the bench, but he won't start, which will be really bad for us because he's been one of our key players in the last 3-4 weeks. He's been able to go in the midfield and he's been playing really well. He knows what he's doing and he helps links the midfield to attack. He creates so many chances. Now without him, it will be a huge miss for us. Hopefully we can play really well without him. And how I think Potter will play well without him is changing the formation to 3-4-3 like we did earlier on in the season. And when we were playing like that in the early season, that forced us to create so many chances. It makes our centre-backs force everybody else forward, which ends up giving us a lot of chances. So that's why I think we'll do that. And that's what I think Potter will choose. So then we can go and play without Moy. And in goal, Ryan, you can't really say anything else. Ryan's our number one keeper. He's in goal. And in the defence, I think Webster, Dunk and Duffy to be the back three. Webster, he's okay on the ball and he plays well versus fast players, which is what Everton have. They have quite a few fast players. So Webster will be key, I think, in this game. And Duffy, he's so good at set pieces in attacking and defending. So I think just having him there, it will be a good thing for us. So that's why I think Duffy should play. And Lewis Dunk, there's no explanation needed. He's our best centre-back, so that's why Dunk playing there. And the wing-back, I think Bernardo should play left wing-back because Burn, he's injured, and Bong, who's the other left back, he's not a wing back, so that's why Bong can't play. So Bernardo as left wing back, and I think he will thrive in this position. And right wing back, I think will be Montoya. Scalotto, he didn't play that well versus Sheffield Wednesday, so that was disappointing when I was seeing that. But Montoya, he's been playing well recently, so Montoya to play right wing back. And in the central midfield, I think will be Proper and Alzate. Proper versus Chelsea and Bournemouth, he played well. And Alzate, I think that's because I thought he played okay versus Sheffield Wednesday. And our other midfielders, Stevens and Basuma, who are the other midfielders who could play, both of them played really poor. Bissouma, the amount of times he just gave it away, and for me it was really frustrating since he gave it away way too easily and way too often. And that same thing can be said for Stevens. So that's why I think both of them won't play, and it will be Proper and Ozate in midfield. And the front three, I think it will be Trossard on the left wing. He played really well when we played Everton last time. And versus these sorts of teams, he loves it. Trossard's so good at these sorts of games. So that's why I think Trossard should play. And also, he gives us width. And that width is something that helps us attack really well. So that's why I think Trossard on the left wing. And on the right wing, I think should be Jahanbakhsh, because, as I said, width is so important. And when he's first played this season, I thought, oh, that's really good. Now we have more width. That makes us go and create more chances. And it did, because now it forces the other team's defence to go and widen to help defend against our wingers. So that's why I think Jahanbakhsh playing there will be really good for us, because he knows what he's doing and he does score quite a few goals recently. So that's why I think Jahanbakhsh on the right wing will cause a big threat against Everton. And up front, I think it'll be Maupay. And that's because Connolly, I don't think he can go up front on his own. He's only 19. He doesn't know exactly how to play on his own. So I think Connolly could play with a second striker. But since I don't think we'll play with a second striker for this game, I don't think Connolly should play. And Murray, he simply doesn't have the pace, which I think will be needed versus Everton, which is why I think Maupay will play. And Maupay does go and link with the attackers really well, which is why I think Maupay should play. And my score predictions for this game, I think will be 2-1 Brighton. I think Richarlison will score for Everton. And for us, I think Dunk will score from a set piece. And I think Trossard will score. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Brighton TV and follow us on Instagram.